Okay, getting ready here for second half action. I'd like to read all our fine sponsors again who bring you the Whalers fall season. Sun Island Fuel, Congdon Coleman Insurance, Don Allen Auto Center, Harbor Fuel, Island Lumber, Island Pharmacy, Kitty Murtaugh's, the Donny Flake, Joe Package CPA, the Island Package Store, the Seagrill, Steamship Authority, Beauty Bar, Stover Engineering, Rick's Paint and Maintenance, Cam Appliance, Espresso To Go, Fast Forward, Nantucket Seafood, Hawthorne House, Ryder Electric, Outdoor Power, Billy Built Automotive, Cottage and Castle, Nantucket Ice, Joe Package CPA, Killen Real Estate, Martin Bork Painting, Cowboys Meat Market, Santos Rubbish Removal, Sushi by Yoshi, Island Fencing, Island Carpets, Valero & Sons, Ladybird Lingerie, Faucet Man Plumbing and Heating, and I'll read the rest of them after this kick, Dennis. How you doing? How you doing, guys?
Go get him, guys!
All right, nice hold. He's going to take it all the way. No flag. No flags. And that just about blows it open. I'm going to say that's about an 85-yarder. The rest of our sponsors, the Boathouse Fairgrounds Restaurant, Something Natural, Highland Flooring, Champion Rentals, Island Variety, Sherburne Management, the Homestead Nantucket Health Club, UPS Store, Just Do It 2 Sport Fishing, the Dog Wash, Michael Wilson Attorney, and a new guy aboard, Artistic Tile Install. We thank all those fine sponsors. So Usher's got himself the hat trick.
Oh, wow.
That was about 85 yards I had it for.
Wow. That was impressive.
Do you go for two or do you kick it again?
Well, I think you probably want to go for two, maybe. And we'll see. I think they may go for the two deck.
Yeah, they're going to...
I do not see number 15 in the game, Cameron Bartlett. Wow, that was impressive.
Holgate takes it. Oh, he trips on his own. Somehow he's pulling back, and I think he probably stepped on a lineman's foot and tripped. So extra point is no good. And so we're talking about Usher last week getting 4 touchdowns from 3 different varieties. So far today he has 3 touchdowns from 2 different varieties. All he has to do is catch the pass again and it'll duplicate last week's.
Yeah,
but I mean, everything that Manchester talked about at halftime. Now I'm gonna put myself as the Manchester coach, and I'm gonna tell my kids, we're gonna kick off. We're gonna pin them back there deep. We're gonna play some defense. We're gonna get the ball back. We're gonna make this a 20 to 14 game. Well, boom, poof, it's gone.
It's gone. It went quickly too.
It went very quickly. It took, according to that, it took 14 seconds. I thought Usher was fast. It took him 14 seconds to run 85 yards.
Usher made a terrific move. You know, one of the defensive back, or the last person that could probably tackle him, took the wrong angle. And he just utilized that. He just went to the opening.
Well, what did we say?
Runs to daylight.
What did we say the whole first half? The killer is special teams. Kickoffs have killed Manchester all day today in all different aspects.
Nice tackle. Burton on the tackle.
So this is the best field position out of a kickoff that they've gotten. And I mean, they got to score and score fast now. They almost got to air the ball every time, although they've shown a great running game, but they almost don't have enough time to run the ball to get 3 touchdowns.
They really don't. And they're going to go up the middle. Pretty nice run by
Yeah, they've picked up their running.
Samazian.
After the first two series there, when Nantucket got them 3 and out, they've picked up their running game, and they show that they can move the ball. But again, I don't know.
Well, the
Unless they have
nice
a
thing
big
about
play.
the running game is it's going to the way the Whalers can score in so many ways. It eats up the clock. They're going to be close to the first down.
Yeah, they can move the ball on the ground.
Yeah, they can.
But they need to break one. They haven't broke anything
I don't think their team speed is fast enough.
fast enough to break one. No.
I mean, I think that's the difference between the two teams. The Whalers are fast. And we got a 3rd down and about 1. And Athanas again.
Nice move there. Oh, the ball came out. I'm gonna say that he's down.
I think he was down.
Yeah, he hit his backside first, and then the ball came out. Once his backside hit, he was down.
All right, that's a nice game for Manchester. So we got 1st down and 10.
Trips left.
And they're going to go with a shovel pass.
Nantucket was waiting for that play.
Great job by Insero. Broke that right up, that play.
Yeah, Chris came flying through it. He's seen that formation and play enough today that he was flying right through.
Yeah, broke right to the ball. That's a good scouting by the Nantucket coaching staff.
The girls' soccer game is over. They got trounced today by Barnstable, 5-0. The girls were undefeated, 1 win and 1 tie, but they Barnstable jumped all over them, 5-0. So the girls are 1-1-1 on the season.
Going to be thrown. And down the middle. Nice catch by number 5.
Yeah, he had the first down if he could keep his feet, but had to go down to catch it.
Jason Lewandowski.
Once he hit the ground, no first down.
But they picked up a 7. It's 3rd and maybe 3, Dick? 10-yard game?
Short 3, yeah. A short 3. They need this. They may go for it if they don't get it, but they need this. Keep this drive going.
Thanis is going to try to make it drag down.
So again, Burton read that.
From the backside.
Yeah, Burton read that and came flying across. I thought he was going to have enough speed just to turn it up to pick up a yard, but he couldn't turn it up. He loses yards. They're going to go for it.
Well, you know,
their kicking game is not helping them today, so they might as well not even try a kick.
4th and 4. All right, from the shotgun, double wing, single back, incomplete. Whalers take over. Pass is broken up by Hamilton.
I mean, that was a force. I don't know who he expected to catch that.
I didn't see anybody in the area, Dick.
He was throwing the ball down. There was one white shirt there, but there was like 3 blue shirts there. And Hamilton was the guy that got his hand on it. I think if Hamilton doesn't get his hand on it, it hits somebody else anyways.
Well, the Whalers take over in outstanding field position.
So they get it just
trips left,
just across midfield at the 48.
And it's going to be a sweep. Holgate breaks a couple of tackles.
Yeah, Holgate, who hasn't been active today in the running game. I think that's his first run of the day, if I can remember. I know he tried the extra point.
He fell down on the extra point.
He fell down on the extra point. Technically, that doesn't go into the books as a running play stat.
Yeah.
So that's his first official run of the day.
Alex Small.
Oh man, does he make people miss?
Oh.
Does he make people miss?
Yes, he does.
And they all do.
They all do.
They all do.
Well, our good friends at the Vineyard are 0-2.
Okay, tell me about that.
They lost to Nauset last night.
What was the score last night?
Oh, around 41-16.
Yeah, Don Herman knew that the Vineyard era was over, and he got out at the right time. And I think Vineyard...
Small again, big opening, big hole.
Well, from what I've seen of the Vineyard, you know, since Don Herman left, is they're going to go down before they come back up. They're on their way down, and you know, Nantucket handled them easily last year in the Island Cup game, and they got the Vineyard coming here this year.
Whoa. All right, we got Nantucket. First and 10. The ball's on about the 12-yard line, Dick.
First and 10, yeah, it's not first and goal. They can get a first down on about the 2.
Burton this time.
Burton. Oh, and he
falls
slips
down
out.
On about the 1.
He had his touchdown. And he probably...
oh, he's hurt. He's
no,
down.
he knocked the wind out of himself. He dove trying to get into the end zone, and
looked like he may have fallen on the
he had the he had the ball. He had the ball on his stomach. So when you go down like that, well, now they're looking at his leg. I thought it was his stomach with the ball.
He went down all by himself. Non-contact injury.
Hey, Coach.
How you doing? All our alumni walking by.
I love all the alumni walk by. That was who was that? Jay Cabral.
Yeah, get a lot of high coaches up there.
Jay was a 4-year guy. He had some good years with the Whalers. So if the Red Sox hold on, Dennis, the first place, who would you rather meet in that first round, Houston or Cleveland?
That's a tough choice.
It's a tough choice, yeah. It's a tough.
I'd much rather. I love Cleveland. You know, I mean.
I think Cleveland. You know,
we beat them the last time we played.
But
them.
I mean, they had their run here now. They let's see how they do in their last
Terry
12 games.
Francona's a favorite of mine.
Terry's a tough manager, but I think Cleveland might have put a lot of energy into this run here now, and they're going to try to stay ahead of Houston. I think they're like 1 or 2 games ahead, so they get the 1 seed. But I would not be. I would take them. Houston, if we open up with Houston, we could play them for 12 days in a row because our last 4 games of the year
Houston,
with Houston.
Yeah.
Oh, the ball on the 1.
And Small's in.
Takes it in.
Alex Small. And the score is now 32-7.
And that is Small's second of the day. So Small has 2, Usher has 3. Bartlett has 3 extra points. Small has 2 extra points. Take that back. He's 2 for 3. They're going to run it again here.
They got trips left, and they're going to run it. And Holgate's going nowhere. So that's one thing they can work on is their extra point
Their
running
extra
game.
point running game, yeah. So the only downside of this is Nantucket has missed their last 3 extra points. The only good side is that they've got 3 touchdowns, so they can try 3 extra points.
That's exactly right. 4:08 left. They're ahead 32-7.
So West Bridgewater got beat up last week.
Yeah,
You never know what to expect out of them.
they're here next week. So.
They're here next week. They never have a big squad numbers wise, but they always play competitive. We did beat them 30-0 last year. That wasn't competitive, but it's usually a competitive game with them. And sometimes I look at the theory of, if you only practice them with 20, 22 kids, then every kid can play 2 or 3 positions,
Yep.
and every kid knows what they're doing.
Yep.
Sometimes, you've been there, sometimes when you get 40 kids out there at practice, some kids aren't getting into the practice, some kids are going around with, 22 kids are banging heads, the other 15 or 20 are sometimes fooling around, so sometimes that's a hindrance at practice.
Whoa, wow.
Strong kick, and he handles it this time. No bobble, but he goes right down, but he does get it out to the 25. Oh, the 20, I guess.
Special teams, nice job. Darian Duat made the tackle on that.
All right, look at the look. How many points is Manchester down by?
25?
25.
Yeah.
That ring any bells? Being down by 25 in the third quarter?
Probably last year. Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl. Patriots are down by 25 in the third quarter. I don't think Manchester has the capabilities of coming back and scoring 25 points here, though.
Not any amount of time they have left, that's for sure. But they can slow the game down and work the clock a little bit and make
they gotta start thinking.
make the score respectable.
Yeah, they gotta start thinking of making something positive out of this here, and that would be getting a drive going and getting a score on the board, right?
Yeah. You can always say to your kids, well, we won the fourth quarter, something like that. Okay, Jack Athanas with the run.
He's becoming their better ball carrier today.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're probably keying on Sarmazian and Athanas not so much.
What Manchester would love to do is have a back break one for a chunky out. They just haven't been able to do that, and you got to rely on Nantucket has too much speed for that to happen. But they would like to do it.
And going to go the other way.
And there it is. That might be it. Biggest run of the day.
He's run down.
But again, 4 blue jerseys chasing him down. But the biggest of the day, he doesn't take it to the house, but he takes about 30 yards off the drive. So that's a nice run there.
And Alex Small, I believe, number 22, ran him out of bounds.
Yeah. Well, Nantucket had plenty of people there. Alex was the quickest in the first one there. Yeah.
So that was perhaps their biggest gainer of the day.
Easily by far. Yeah, that was about 30-yard gain. Gets them right up to midfield. Now they want to keep this drive going and get some points out of it.
I think this first down and 10. I think this might be a good down to throw on down. Nice short pass, complete something.
They have trips left, but they've run out of this before.
Yeah. And
keep running in. Oh!
Number 2.
Bodie Sargent got beat, but had enough energy to make the tackle.
Jake.
I say Bodie Sargent had good beat, but it was
Fleming.
Yeah,
receiver.
Bodie Sargent had good coverage on that. It was just a perfect throw and pass and a great catch.
Oh, great catch. And he's slow getting up.
The receiver And we said the last play was the biggest of the day. That's probably the biggest of the day there now.
It was a great catch. He just put his hand up, juggled the ball a little bit, and then brought it in.
I noticed in practice, Dennis, when I was standing down there before coming up, he was throwing short 10 or 12-yard passes. In 3 plays in a row, 3 different receivers all try to catch the ball sort of with one hand. Get the one hand on it and then bring it back to the body.
Bring it in, yeah. Well, Dick, the ball's what, on about the 5?
Yeah.
Whoa. That was almost a pick 6.
Yeah. I don't know if he's thrown to a spot there. He thought he saw something. I thought he had a guy outside. I was surprised that the throw
Number 4 for Nantucket, Kalik Ryburn was right there.
Actually, the ball's
outstanding basketball player.
Yeah, actually the ball's on the 10. But I think it's inside the 10.
Inside the 10.
So it's still 2nd and goal, which helps the passing game more than the running game from this point. But I think a little draw here would be good because I think they got the Nantucket defense thinking pass play here. Might run a little draw right up the middle.
Quarterback
wide open.
Number 5.
Bad pass there. He had a receiver wide open. Underthrew it.
You're right there.
Yeah.
And again, he could have run on the outside. He could have run.
Yeah.
Not a running quarterback.
There was nothing good about that play except that the guy was wide open standing in the end zone.
He stepped right in front of the receiver, number 5.
I think he thought he was so wide open he could just drop it in front of him, but
Lewandowski, but he wasn't.
He should have.
Who intercepted the ball? Do you know?
I missed
Number 2 for Nantucket. That would have been Bowden Sargent.
Bodie Sargent makes up for the long pass on his side. Yeah.
Number 22.
Manchester is out of gas right now.
They are right now. That was Alex Small.
Alex Small was sort of just dancing around looking for a place to run.
.148 left in the 3rd. The clock is running.
And Nantucket's going to put the icing on the cake here.
And Cerro.
There's a hole. That'll come back.
Nantucket's had some nice holes. The offensive line for Nantucket done a nice job.
Open up some big holes, yeah.
And again, it's pretty much a let's give the offensive line number 56, Jared Funderburg, number 57, Mark Hamilton, 61 is Cameron Willett, 75 is Nick Correa, and we're looking for a guard, Dick.
We'll pick it up when they come out. It's always good to get the offensive lineman mentioned, right?
They're the ones that make you go. Is that Owen West?
West should be in there, yeah. You got 61 at center, 56 and 57 at guard, 75, 76 at tackle.
And they're going to go with the sweep at Small. And this time, no.
No way to go this time. They run him down.
Clock's moving, 55 seconds left, 3rd period.
Second and long.
And Cerro again.
Nantucket's not going to put the ball in the air here, though.
No. At the end of the clock's winding down, the end of the third period. Is that hand?
So that will do it. We played 3 quarters here at Vito Capizzo Stadium, and the John Nantucket Whalers 32, Manchester Essex Hornets 7, and got no sting left in them.
No, that's true. I mean, they probably got up real early this morning to make the trip, and it's a hot day.
That's the hardest thing. That's the hardest thing is making the trip, and we know because we made it a few times.
Yes, we have.
Manchester's a long way from Cape Cod.
Yes, it is.
I'll never forget the day
we came back in the Northeaster.
We came back. Well, we came back in the Northeast, and that was Manchester. But another day in Manchester, we didn't get back. Remember that we didn't get back? That was one of the worst trips ever. Because in those days, you had the kids overnight. But most of the time, we would leave on a Friday, so you would have them Friday night, and you had some leverage, you know.
Yes, it does.
And when you have them Friday night, you can say, hey, we got a game tomorrow. You know, the fringe players, you know, you'd give them the old threat, you know, you're going to fool around tonight, you're not going to get in the game tomorrow and stuff like that. But when you had them Saturday night, the game was all the way. Remember we stayed at what? The
church?
Otis base? Like, one time you stayed at the church, I think. I don't know if I was on that trip. But I remember one time staying at Otis Air Force Base. Talk about Vito Capizzo Stadium. That was Vito Capizzo Stadium that night. All right, 10 more minutes to go. Nantucket's going to go to 2-0. Manchester's going to go to 1-1.
I'll never forget coming back in the Northeast again.
We were on the old High Line.
And that was a slow boat.
Standing at the High Line. I remember standing in the middle holding onto the pole as hard as I could.
And the kids were getting sick.
Halfback pass. I said they won't throw the ball. Well, they do.
And that's picked off. Alex Small threw a duck.
Quack, quack, quack.
And Manchester picked it off.
I was never much of a passer, but I think I could have maneuvered that pass a little better.
He turned his wrist and threw a duck. It happens. If you don't handle the ball that much.
Well, you're ahead by that, and you might say, why are they throwing? And I say, why are they throwing? But sometimes you want to practice that play and see if you have it ready for the next week. They need a lot of practice on that play.
And a good blocking out here. Good tackle, number 13 for Nantucket. Jack Holgate on the tackle. And Dick, they got a lot of kids on the sideline.
Yeah,
how do you feel about playing your starting quarterback on defense?
You shouldn't have your starting quarterback on defense at this point. No, I agree with you there. You should have a lot more kids getting in there.
Well, I mean, I understand that, but just leaving the quarterback, there are plenty of kids over there that could play safety.
Especially in a game like this.
Yeah, I mean, get them out of there. We don't want to see our quarterback get hurt.
You got your wish, Dennis. Number 8 is
Darian
entering the game. Darian and Small's coming out. Let's see if I thought I was going to see 13 coming out, but I'm not sure now.
Well, I mean, it's great to have that senior leadership, but your quarterback, if he gets hurt.
How many years did Vito coach and never let the starting quarterback play defense?
And I agree. I always agree with. I mean, sometimes you had to play them, but during the lean years, when you didn't have many players, you had to play. You had to play,
but when we had squads that had 30, 35 kids on them, the starting quarterback never ever played defense. And we had people like.
And they used to cry to us. Let me play defense, coach. I won't get hurt.
Timmy Ostable, Scott Herrick, they'd be whining. Let me play a little defense. Let me play a little defense. Bo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let me play a little defense. But Dino and Dan Boy would laugh at him when he said that. So that got Bo quiet in a hurry. You play defense? Ha ha ha.
All right. There's a reverse.
He's the best runner of the day right here. But he's not going anywhere in this one.
No, I picked up a few.
Well, very few, Dennis. Look at where he's bringing it right back to the marker.
Let's see where he's going to spot it. Oh, we're going to go third down. There we go. One
thing the officials are doing, Dennis, is not letting anybody go out of bounds. They're
keeping the clock moving.
They're winding the clock go before. I've noticed that in 2 or 3 running plays to the sidelines.
Now, Dick, do we know of any new rules this year for high school football?
I don't.
Next week, let's ask an official what the new rules are.
Yeah, the officials were late coming out today, but no, I don't know of any new major changes. No. Sometimes there's an article in the paper that talks about that, but I didn't see it this year. Yeah, the quarterback for Manchester has a good arm, but he's not accurate. At least not today.
No. And I'm telling you right now, if he wanted to run, again, that just opened up for him.
He doesn't. He hasn't
right up the middle.
He hasn't shown. I don't think he's run yet today, has he?
No, he hasn't.
Well, they sent in 3 new guys, so I assume they're going to punt this ball 4th and 8.
A lot of times when you get a lopsided game and you get all the second teamers in, you do a lot of coaching. All right, now the ball went out of bounds legitimately on the 47.
So they have to stop the clock on this. Let's see if Nantucket goes with a second offense. They're not going with a second defense. No, Holgate's staying in there. So they're not going to their bench. 8 minutes left to go in the game, up by 25.
This may be the last offensive drive that they do.
Well, I thought that should be.
Small. What a luxury. I can remember having 2 great backs, but I think Nantucket has 3, maybe 4.
Well, they may have more beyond that. We haven't seen them. We haven't seen them. If a second set of backs gets in there, I always like to get the second backfield in there before you took out the first line.
Yeah,
because
you get the feeling for what they can do.
You get a real true look at that. When we started substituting, I say, yeah, I get 4 new backs in there, but let's keep the line in for another 4 plays, another series. You just give them a chance to go with that first line.
The line has done an absolutely wonderful, marvelous job today. And that play went nowhere. And that was Usher carrying the football.
One of the first times today they've stopped him.
He had no place to go. So we got a 3rd down.
We get a 67. I'm looking to get our plays again. We got a 67 on the offensive line, but we don't have a 67 on the program, so I don't know who
67?
Is there a 67 there on the offensive line?
No, we don't.
I think he's the right guard, if I'm not mistaken. Or unless it's 61. Let's see if I can catch his number this time. Oh, 57.
57. That's Hamilton.
Hamilton.
And that's 4th down.
Hamilton's doing a good job, yeah. I'm starting to sift through my notes and so forth here because we'll be giving our 3 stars in a few minutes. 3 stars will be brought to you by Sun Island Fuel. Nantucket should be punting here. Let's see.
Yeah. And Cameron Butler doing the punting?
Yeah. Nantucket gets a beautiful roll. Nothing going wrong today for the Whales on the kicking side. So Again, you can't call this a mistake for the special teams receiving team, but when you let the ball hit the ground, you never know what's going to happen. In this case, the ball hits the ground and it rolls down dead at about the 3-yard line. So Manchester cannot even catch a break here.
Got my 3 stars, Dick.
You got your 3, all right. Well, we still got about 5:36 to go here, but I'll get mine together here and we'll go through them in a moment.
Jack Athanas again.
Yeah, he's the best running back of the day for Manchester by far. Takes it all the way out to
30-yarder?
That's about a 30. That's about a 33, 34 yarder. Yeah, the ball's about the 2 or the 3. He gets it out to the 35.
The last 5 or 6 yards were powerful.
I like the way Manchester takes advantage of when you get that power up at the end. They don't just let the ball carrier go down and die. They just get in there and they push, and they pick up another 5 or 6 yards. And they've done that a few times today. Oh, Bartlett. Ooh, Bartlett ate that one up.
That was Jack Athanas also. So
now
second down, they lost 2.
Jerron Daniels coming in. There's a new number on the defensive end.
.430 left in the game. Up the middle. No gain. Pretty very short game.
And Nantucket's getting a sub in on each play here now, getting their second unit in as much as possible here. 4 minutes left in the game.
Well, we'll see if we can get some of these new players. Number 70 for Nantucket.
Is that Daniels, I think?
70. There's Javon Daniels. Number 55 is R.J. Moore. Career is still in there.
Career's still in there and Holgate's still in there.
Yeah. Oh, nice tackle. And Cerro and West on the tackle. Wow. 4th down. What do you do, Dick?
You go for it because you know Nantucket, well, they are going to kick it. I'd go for it because you know Nantucket is just going to sit on the ball if they get it back. Why? Unless they want to run a fake out of it. Another bad kick. And we have stoppage on the field with 3:05 to go.
Good spot.
Good spot for the Whalers, but they're, let's see if they send out a second. I don't see a second unit coming out. All right, I got my 3 stars, Dennis. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
Well, Dick, I'm going to let you go first because you're older than I am.
only by about a week. My number 3 star is going to go to the guy with the 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns, 3 stars. Devontae Usher. He scored on a 5-yarder and a 5-yarder and I believe an 85-yard kickoff return. That broke the game open the second half. My number 2 star is going to go to a tough guy on the defensive side. I want to go to the defensive side and give it to number 43, Chris Cyril Allen, my number 2 star. And my number 1 star, I want to get an offensive lineman in there. It's always good when you can get an offensive lineman in there. And I'm going to go with my number 1 star. And he also played some defense, too. Mark Hamilton.
All right, I'm going to go with my number 3 star is Camden Willett, the center. Another offensive lineman. I went with offensive lineman. Camden did a great job opening up holes. My number 2 star goes to Hamilton. And my number 1 star has to go to Devontae Usher for the 85-yard run alone. That was spectacular.
So it's good that we had Hamilton and Usher on both our lists.
But you notice I had 2 linemen.
2 linemen. Well, didn't I have 2 linemen? Well, and Sarah was listed as a running back, but he's a linebacker. It's close. Close, but no cigar.
All right then. This game, the clock is winding down. It's running. 1:37 left. 3rd down and 5. And Small gets the 1st down. Keeps the ball in Nantucket's hands.
So Usher, 4 touchdowns last week, 3 this week. As you say, the running back for Manchester, Samian Robbie had 5 last week, but shut out today.
Shut out today. And their best back was number 4 today, Athanas.
By far, the best back on the field for Manchester. So a timeout was called by who? I don't understand the timeout there.
I think it was Manchester called.
Manchester calling a timeout?
Yeah. So we'll be back here next week at 2 o'clock, Dick?
2 o'clock start.
2 o'clock start, Saturday.
The Wildcats of West Bridgewater traveling to the island. And Gino's going to be back for that.
If not, Harry will be here.
Harry's filling in. Harry's doing a great job today. And Harry's taking over this station
pretty quickly.
Yeah.
He looks like the executive type. You know what I mean?
We'll put Gino out the pasture, and Harry will come in and take over.
They the station needs new blood, right, Harry?
Yeah.
Harry's a tough negotiator, though. We got to watch him.
Yeah. All right. And the usher is going outside. And he's just short of the 1st down.
And that could be the last play of the game.
49 seconds.
Yeah, and Nantucket will take their time, hang in the huddle.
And
we have a backup quarterback in there, Darian Duat.
Darian Duat, backup QB. And that's a good move. Get him in there.
Get him in there, give him some action, yeah. Oh, look at the girls down there. They're calling Harry dinners, these young ladies. Checking Harry out. They know he's head cameraman now.
Oh. He takes a knee, and I think that will probably do it.
That will do it. Put the knee down. So Nantucket will go to 2-0 with their home opener win here at Vito Capizzo Stadium, 32-7. So as the T-shirts that the Manchester Essex kids are wearing down there, the rivalry continues. Not much of a rivalry game here today. Nantucket put an exclamation point on the rivalry.
All right, now what happens after today's game is Nantucket is a very senior team. And next year, you know, fortunes could change very easily. So it was not a very, not a game that was very close, but you know, rivalries come along, and I think this could be a good one.
It was a good one, and it should be a good one, and hopefully, I know Nantucket, I assume will go up to Manchester next year, and Manchester will be waiting for us up there.
Yes, they will.
So we thank Harry for running the camera here in the second half. Dennis for calling today's game. This is Dick Herman saying good night for Whaler Sports TV. Remember to put a smile on your face each and every day, Harry, even if you're laughing at yourself. Go Red Sox. Go Patriots.
Go Patriots.
And we got to say it for Gino, right?
Go Bears.
Go Bears.
Go Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.